This is one of the challenges that businesses face globally, is that as the years go by, the business isn't sustainable. Many people, life happens to the business, economic happens to the business, staff happens to the business, government policies happen to the business, and they say globally that most businesses die within their first 5 years. And so the next level is, how do we now sustain a business beyond this period? The summit, you said, is going to be solving that problem. What would be the key things people should look out for?
Well, thank you very much for having me. Well, the summit is one of the events we put together under the Billionaires Conclave. The Billionaires Conclave is my mentorship platform for high net worth individuals, families, and organizations. We have members on 6 continents and about 26 countries now. And during COVID, I realized that a lot of companies had issues that they never thought they could have. And then after COVID, I'm like, okay, if companies that have done 50, 70 years are still having this kind of issues, then something is wrong. So in order to try to help my primary constituency and mentees, I put together the Business Sustainability Summit, and we started in 2021. The focus is on equipping people with the tools and the knowledge and the information that they need to build for sustainability. So, because like I've said over and over again, if you know better, you do better. Many times, a lot of people start businesses primarily for survival. Oh, let me just have something to take care of my family, take care of myself. But you see, a survival mindset cannot build a transgenerational business. In order to build a transgenerational business, you need a transgenerational vision, a transgenerational mindset, and a transgenerational strategy. And then one person alone cannot build a business. So you need systems, you need structures, you need corporate governance, you need to have the right team. So all these are things we've been teaching over the years. Like last year, our focus was on you, the leader. We focus on leadership issues. So, but one thing that has become real in the last few years is, as we kept sharing, the leaders were coming, the CEOs were coming, and then they will learn a lot and go back, but the staff that will implement it don't know what they have heard. So there was a gap, and people kept asking, why not let us bring our staff? So this year, for the first time, we now made it a 2-day fully residential event. It used to be just 1 day, so that we can bring in the workforce. So now we have table for 5, table for 10, people come with their staff, and then we help equip not just the leader, but also the workforce, so that they can all together build for sustainability. And that's the uniqueness of this year. And then we have amazing, fantastic speakers. So I brought in people from my network, my mentees, and different people within our network to come and share with them. So I'm going to be speaking, my wife is going to be speaking, and then we are following Shala Kija. She's going to be coming to share on, staying strong in disruptive time. How do you navigate seasons? She's been there for decades, gone through a lot. How do you stay strong with integrity in the midst of this disruptive era? So we have Ezekiel Sholesi will be coming in to share on scaling for sustainability. Businesses go through different phases. You startup phase, growth phase, scaling phase, expansion phase, stability phase, before you can go into sustainability. So it's just on and on. Then we have Izu Iwoma is going to be talking about building system and structures for sustainability. We have Bose Olushola Obasa, we'll be talking about culture. We always say that culture, we use strategy for lunch or breakfast. So culture, how do you build a corporate culture for sustainability and avoid toxicity in an environment? We have Abiola Salami, we're talking about emotional intelligence masterclass, both for the leader and then for the workforce, so that we can work together as a team. Because the word team, like we know, is together. Everybody achieves more if we are ready to do it together. And then we have Dr. Adebayo will be speaking on health, because we've decided to put in a special session on Saturday evening called the Sense and Sensibility session. Because most of the time when people come for our event, they don't bring their spouses or they don't bring their staff. So now bring your staff, bring your spouse. So the Saturday, we're having medical, we're having they're talking about etiquette and women issue, the different seasons that women go through. And then we have Gabriel Ogundele, we're talking about AI masterclass. AI and your business. What are the tools that your business needs?
Very robust.
So it's an amazing 2 days fully residential. Yeah, it's always it's morning to night. Back to back. It's not a joke. So we're looking forward to people coming in on Friday, the 26th. What's missing?
That you said that you can now bring your staff so that you equip them as well, so that you don't grow alone and they don't miss that cover. How do we train the staff to understand that they will continue to stay to grow that sustainability? You will train somebody with the kind of money that Conclave used to shine. The person will now rising up and decide to go.
I think I've answered that question over and over again. Let us look beyond our immediate company. We are all trying to do what we can to help our nation. So don't reduce the training or the input you put into people because they may leave you. If they leave you, they are still in Nigeria. They're going to work for somebody else. Whether they like it or not, what you have done in their life will be a part of their story. So let's see it as we are all doing what we can to train the workforce so that we can have better people in Nigeria. Because if you don't do yours, then somebody will leave somebody else and come and join you and they will not be trained. So it becomes a cycle.
The training, would it cover situations with family trying to pass on businesses to their children, and then those issues where children don't seem to.
That's our forte in anything transnational wealth, transnational business. That's our forte in the Billionaires Conclave. So we're going to be sharing a lot of things along that line. I'm going to be sharing. That's majorly what I try to teach every time. I deal majorly on transnational issue and then on family, because many times people don't understand the dynamics of ensuring that your family is on the same page with you. So we're going to definitely touch on that. So it's Friday the 26th and Saturday 27th at the Grand Ballroom of the Marriott Hotel. So whatever you are paying is 2 days fully residential, the whole shebang.
Okay, so would they also cover scaling up in terms of like businesses knowing the right time to scale up, getting the right financing for scaling up, and then also enabling their team and their staff to know that if they scale up, then there's the career growth projection within the organization? Now,
if you notice what we've done over time, everything I'm talking about now is under an umbrella called the Billionaires Conclave. So it's already a mentorship platform. There are 3 ships that you need to sail through life: internship, apprenticeship, mentorship. And now everyone that comes into the Billionaires Conclave, they are under the mentorship of the conclave, and we guide them. We have a platform. I just sent a message to all of them right now because of this American thing, because once I identify something, I say, guys, if you don't have an American visa, these things have changed, so go look at UK visa, Canada visa, and begin to put, because that's, so everything we see, we try to post. Oh, when I hear it, I say, guys, did you hear this? Did this how it will affect you? Oh, coalition is going to, so think of how this will, so they are continually mentored. They are taken by the hand, guided. So anybody that attends any of our events, it's always, once they enter, it's difficult to get out. They always enjoy us over and over again. Yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, because Dr. Olumide's programs are not cheap, and people that are watching, they already know. So I guess that's why it came very early, so that you can start making your payments small by small before September.
Early payments.
Yeah.
So can you break down why, if there are early birds, the cost implication, and what they are getting in that cost?
Okay, so it's 4.5 million.
Jesus.
Yeah, and when you say my program are not cheap, they are not, because we are talking of billionaires and high net worth individuals. So we don't do cheap hotels, we don't do cheap venues. So we're going to be at Marriott. You can call Marriott by yourself. One night is $750.
Call them by yourself.
That's somebody's annual salary that you go and sleep and wake up. But that's our level. So you can. It's not for everybody. So the hotel alone is $750 per night. We are using the Grand Ballroom. That's 15 million per day. 2 days alone. So it's not a cheap meeting. It's for high net worth individuals. It's for C-suite executives. It's for business people. So it's going to be 4.5 million, and that covers for the 2 days hotel. It covers for feeding, the materials, the entire conference. But because of what we do, you all know, I always come early so that people can quickly plug in. So we are doing 50% discount.
Oh wow!
So you pay 2,250,000 as long as you plug in this July. Because see, the way it works, I'm a businessman. If you plug in now, I won't need to spend money on publicity.
Yes.
Do you understand? Because this program is free for our silver members. So those that are silver members, we already have our members coming. So whether you come or not, our members are already coming. We already have lockdown. People are coming from all over the world. But in opening it up to you, if you come in on time, I won't need to spend money on publicity. So we are all, it's going to be a win-win. So you do 2,250,000 and you can lock it down with just 1 million this month, and you pay the remaining before September. So just get 1 million, lock it down. The next thing I'm doing is, if you are coming with your spouse, I always talk about family. Bring your spouse. You cannot be growing and your spouse is not coming. After a while, the gap will be wide. It will become too wide, and then you now say you are growing apart and you consider different. You come up with all this funny formula. So if you are bringing in your spouse, because you are staying in the same room, what we'll now do is your spouse will pay 50% of whatever you pay. So if you are paying 2,250,000, your spouse will now pay 1,125,000. So the two of you will now be like 3.4 million. And that will be better for you to plus. So I would advise couples, please, because that Saturday, Sense and Sensibility, they will go to the spa. They are going to do spa, manicure, pedicure, they're going to do all this stuff, and it's going to be a lot of serere for them.
That's in payment too.
So it's very cheap. It's very cheap at the end of the day. But if you do it early, if you don't do it early, there is 4.5. Then for those that are coming with their staff, we are making sure that we make that non-residential, because you may not be able to afford that kind of money for your staff. So for the staff, if you register now, it will be 375,000 per staff. If you are bringing one staff, 375, and that is if you plug in now, because it's actually 750. So the 50% of 750 will be 375 for your staff to come in and join you. But we have table for 5 and table for 10. So if you are coming with 5 of your staff, it will be 1.5 million, which comes to 300,000 per staff. But their own is non-residential, so they will go back home. But if you want cheap hotels around the area for your staff, we have them on our list. If you want shortlets, we have them on our list. So once you register, we can help you arrange for that. So with 5 of your staff, they pay 1.5, you pay your full amount. 10 of your staff, 3 million, and it's better to bring as many of them. Don't think, I will train them. No, they will look. If you don't train them, don't blame them. If you don't train them, don't blame them. You cannot expect from people what you have not put in them. So just make sure you call those numbers. If you call, you are not getting through, send the text, send the message, go to our social media platform, send us a DM. You cannot afford to miss this opportunity.
Well, if there's a business now watching you and thinking, well, I can't afford to bring my staff, we're outside Lagos, we would like for you to come and see us. What is
that one will be more
that's far more expensive.
That one by the time we tear you invoice.
It does not matter, but
you know, counseling is free, but consultancy attracts a fee. And when there is a invoice, there is an invoice. So if you want us to come, that is it will be heavy money. So don't even, it's better for you to come. We'll pick you up at the airport. If you cannot afford the residential version, no problem. Some people come and say, look, I want to come, but I'm not going to sleep for 750.
Is there online version?
No, 2 days.
I think some people
so they stay in other hotels
around and not in Marriott.
So we have a list of hotels, because we have a standard. It's Billionaires Conclave. You don't expect an Akija to be coming and then So these guys, we take care of our people. So, but if you know that you cannot afford that, no problem. We always have plans for everybody. There are hotels around the area that you can do for 80,000, 100,000 per night. There are shortlets. There are 3-bedroom for 200
the staff.
And 6 people can stay there. So we have all those things locked down. Just let us know and we'll sort you out. So it's very, very important.
So you have a question? No. Okay, so another, when we discuss this self-investment, I know plenty people always feel like, there's this, you invest at your level, and I remember you always talk about the fact that you do cheap free program.
We do free events.
But so are there kind of businesses that are meant to be in this program? Because some people assume it is only real estate people that come to your program.
Okay, no. Let me talk about free. Now, for instance, right now, AWEC, African Women Entrepreneurship Cooperative, they've given us 150 slots to train women for free. And we're doing that, like right now, today is going on. So if you're a woman, you're listening to me right now, contact us for that. We have 2 more Wednesdays to go. We have 150 slots. It's absolutely free. They'll train you and then position you for grants. So we do that. I do my normal free events so all kinds of free events. Now, when it comes to the issue of money, you see, if you think knowledge is expensive, try ignorance. It will cost you more. Ignorance is very, very expensive, and many times people make a lot of mistakes that will now cost them more than that money.
Pay the school fee so you don't pay the school.
Yeah, there was a film that came out recently, and it was just viral. And one of the lines that caught me in that movie is, people don't know how expensive it is to be poor.
Yes, I think I saw that.
People don't know how expensive it is to be poor. You see, so when you think that you are saving money, you're actually going to lose money with the mistakes your staff will make, the mistakes you will make, because you're not doing what you need to do. And then when it comes to success in life, there are 3 works that will help you to become successful: hard work, smart work, and network. But you see, in this world, nobody grows up. You are brought up. Somebody must open the door for you. There are rooms you cannot enter into except somebody is there. So in order to enter those kind of, by the time you come for a meeting, You pay 4.5, somebody pay 4.5. You already know that this is not a room. The kind of information you get, we've done meetings where people make their money back, and it's not a real estate, stuff. The reason why we have a lot of real estate people coming is because they know that if they come to me for real estate consulting, it's expensive. So they know that coming to join Congress like a cheaper way. That's how to enter this one. Or you just join, he will give you all the information. But if you go and meet, if he charge you this one, so they run in there because they know that this guy knows a lot. He's a pioneer in this field, and we can get him cheaper by joining his group. That's why they come. But we have all manner of people. As a matter of fact, when we started having that narrative that is a real estate stuff, we had to now do a real data research, and we have people in 26 sectors. And real estate is just one of them, yeah.
So you mentioned that you're specialist, and not just you mentioned, we all know that you specialize in transgenerational wealth, right? So do you do summer camps for children of
billionaires,
conclave or for billionaires?
That's a very good
You
one.
have a summer camp for the kids that you are.
Now it's not a camp, but it's an annual event. So we have a book called The School of Money, and then I did the School of Money student version, and it's absolutely free. So we've given out over 1 million of that. In fact, we're printing 50,000 copies right now, because on the 16th, 17th of October, we're having the World International Day of Poverty Eradication. So we are hosting 10,000 students in November. So 10,000 that we're going to train free, and we do that every year. So we train them, we give them the books, we tell them how to save, how to open an account, and we tell them what they need to go back, ask their parents. So we do that, but we can't do camp because it will cost them money to pay for the camp. So it's better to do the free meeting, feed them, give them free book, give them free knowledge, than say they should come and camp, because we will pay for the camp. Their parents will not be able to afford it. So that's what we do.
You have a very rich lineup of facilitators.
As the speakers
it's intimidating. There's only one thing I want to add. Because if you sustain, if you just start a business, you need health.
No, he mentioned it. They have a health segment. Everything is everything is covered. If you want to know
more, you have only one life to live now.
Yes.
If you don't rest, you'll be late to rest.
That's all we. Oh God, Dr. Emmanuel Olumide, this is right.